From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. Once again, we have more fog in the forecast through 10 a.m. this morning for the basin and for the foothills. So that would include places like the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla. Rain likely for today. That's going to mix up a lot of the fog, and small shower chances going to linger after that. Also the wind gusts picking up for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. All right, First Alert radar is showing some light rainfall right now, approaching the Kittitas and the Yakima Valley, so it's about to start coming down there. Not coming down in buckets, but just light rainfall. And you see the fog is, it is fogging out there. As for the Tri-Cities and the Hanford site, Connell, Mesa, and for Walla Walla, very dense fog. Visibility is down to 1/4 of a statute mile. Take it slow and use the low beams in those locations. Okay, now on to temperatures for this morning, as we are in the 30s and 40s, really across the map, except for in the blues, where we are seeing some temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. So your day planner forecast for this Thursday, rain looking likely. We'll talk about that, and I'll time out when the fog should clear up, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead, a bizarre pursuit in Benton County, landing 3 people in jail. Coming up, we're going to let you know what deputies say they found inside the vehicle.
Plus, a Tri-Cities murder case that shocked the community heads back to court as testimonies continue into today. We'll break down the latest from the courtroom.
And a touching tribute coming to Pasco, honoring heroes this holiday season. Coming up, see how one local event is helping families remember those who served and how you can help. It's all in Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Thursday, November 13th. Jessica Jalal's birthday. Happy birthday!
Oh, I'm so shy. Thank you. It's the big 3 too.
Ooh, girl.
I know. It's just now. This is when I'm like, I don't know what year, how old
I don't know where I am.
Yeah, I think that happened last year, but now I don't know. I have to think about it now.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're gonna have a wonderful day. I just know it.
And we do have a lot to get to this morning, so we're going to start as we start with the follow-up. This is now entering week 2 of the trial for the murder of school bus driver Richard Lenhart. He was stabbed to death while on the job back in 2021.
So now Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkowitz takes us into the courtroom as 3 witnesses take the stand.
In a case that rocked the Tri-Cities back in 2021, 38-year-old Joshua Davis stands trial for the murder of 72-year-old Richard Lenhart, a Pasco school bus driver who was picking up students from Longfellow Elementary School. As the trial continued Wednesday morning, the state called up 3 witnesses to testify, starting with a parent who recorded a video at the scene.
Then I went back into my car.
Después volví hacia donde estaba el autobús.
Then I turned and looked towards where the bus was.
Miré que todos los niños corrían.
I started seeing the children were all running.
This is one of the 2 videos the parent took at the scene. Both show students being escorted off the bus after the crime happened. The state called the case's lead detective to testify as well.
Detective, take a moment and review Exhibit 43. Do you recognize it?
I do.
And what is that?
This is the letter that I recovered on the second time I returned to the house.
Detective Lee says she searched the house multiple times, with the letter being a key piece of evidence. It reads, "If you're reading this, then I've murdered children." The state's 3rd witness was a doctor who performed a mental state time and effects evaluation on Davis, although his testimony was interrupted for the court's lunch recess. The trial continues tomorrow at the Franklin County Courthouse starting at 8:30 a.m. Reporting from Pasco, Caleb Stipkowitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And now the defense argues that Davis was dealing with mental health issues at the time and has been diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Of course, we will continue to follow this story as it continues to develop.
5:04 now, moving on to a crime alert after a car driving with no tires led the Benton County Sheriff's Department on a chase, resulting in a pit maneuver to stop that car from escaping. Take a look. We're on scene. This happened near I-182 in Queensgate around 9:30 Monday night. A deputy pulled over a car driving on his rims, and the sheriff's office says that it confirmed then with dispatch that the 3 people inside that car were linked to thefts from earlier in the evening. So when the deputy tried to take them into custody, well, they drove off, leading to the deputy needing to perform that pit maneuver to stop the car. Authorities say the 3 people were taken into custody by Kennewick police without any other trouble.
5:05 and talking local living, the City of Pasco and the Columbia Basin Veterans Center are teaming up this year to bring wreaths across America to Pasco. The executive director for the Columbia Basin Vet Center says this is a tradition he's been a part of for many years. He says it's all about bringing people and families in the community together to honor veterans. He also adds it's a very special way for veterans to stop and see those that they love because you place a wreath on each veteran's plots. If you're looking to get involved, it's December 13th at 9 in the morning at the Sunset Gardens Cemetery Memorial.
They're looking for people to sponsor a wreath. And so you can go online, you can even bring money here, or if you designate it, we'll make sure it gets to them. But them getting enough wreaths is crucial. And I know right now they're looking to get sponsors for wreaths. So we'll be a connecting point for you if that's something you want to do.
He says it's important to raise enough wreaths to ensure that every veteran gets one. And we'll have an address on our Apple Valley News Now website where you can go and sponsor a wreath if you're interested. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, dozens of women are speaking out as new lawsuits raise serious questions about patient safety and accountability. Coming up, Apple Valley News Now investigates how the medical community is working to rebuild trust.
And giving you what I am guessing is a foggy live look outside from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky Camera at Richland's Columbia Point, or it's broken. I don't know, one or the other. Nevertheless.
Oh, I think it's fog.
Is it fog? Because is that a tree right there?
I think that's a tree.
I think so too. So, yep, we got a foggy start to our morning. It is 5:06 on this Thursday. And when we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will break down your forecast, let you know when this fog will lift.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Dear First Place, experts agree Toyota value can't be beat. Drivers agree Toyota quality rides long and strong. Add hybrid choices like no other, and you'll win the long game by a country mile. Toyota.
Right now, you can lease a new adventure-ready 2025 RAV4 for just $289 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
So it cooks a pizza in 2 minutes? We'll take it.
Tired of paying more and getting less? Me too. That's why I'm bringing back my bigger drink cups.
I had a Sprite.
My bad. Get even more value with my mozzarella sticks. Get so much more under $4.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
Last night was a very big night for Mel. And now, this morning on GMA, it's the Golden Bachelor himself in an all-new interview. What does he have to say now? What will he reveal? This morning on
Good Morning America.
Kraken, Jets. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, there is dense fog in the basin and for the foothills. Looks like this will likely lift by 10 a.m. So let's put this into motion with Futurecast fog. And you can see this is what fog does. It kind of condenses, shrinks and shrinks. And we're thinking by 10 a.m. maybe there could be some fog left over up towards the Hanford site, but the visibility should be much improved in the Tri-Cities and in Walla Walla. So if you run into those patches this morning, of course, take it slow and use the low beams. Okay, now let's talk about something that is going to work against the fog, and that will be gusting anywhere between 20 to 30, 35 miles per hour for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. So for today, the strongest gust going to be in the Blues, up around 35 miles per hour. For tonight, still around 35 miles per hour for the Blues, but now starting to pick up for the Tri-Cities, for Hermiston, Pendleton, and Walla Walla. And then for Friday, this is probably going to be our gustiest time frame for lower elevation. So again, the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, seeing some of those gusts up around 30 miles per hour. High temperatures going to drop down into the 40s for next week. Low temperatures going to drop down into the 20s and 30s for Monday night and beyond. You can see more information about that online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com, and I'll have much more to say about this coming up in the next half hour. But a lot more to say about this. Rain looking likely for today and for tonight. I'll time it all out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
5:11, and an Apple Valley News Now investigates multiple civil lawsuits are raising questions about patient safety and oversight when it comes to women's health care.
Our very own Austin Reed talked with attorneys, advocates, and local leaders about what these filings could mean for the future of medical accountability. And Apple Valley News Now investigates. Here's our latest piece.
The lawsuits center on a longtime Tri-Cities OBGYN, and they claim that both the doctor and the hospital system failed to protect patients. But beyond the legal fight, this is also sparking a conversation about how to rebuild trust in healthcare. When you make an appointment with your doctor, it's about more than just your schedule. The relationship between patient and doctor should be about respect and, above all, trust. Trust that you are getting information or doing things that will help you live a happy and healthy life. But what happens when that trust is shattered?
My life will never be the same. I don't view doctors the same. I don't view medical procedures the same. I question everything. And I don't view intimacy the same anymore.
The National Institutes of Health, commonly referred to as the NIH, says there isn't a lot of data that measures the extent of sexual abuse of patients by their doctors. The reason? It goes largely underreported. Patients oftentimes are consumed by guilt, shame, even shock that it happened to them. Rosanna Herrera is the program director of SARC in the Tri-Cities. SARC provides advocacy and support to survivors of crime.
Some may even question themselves and wonder if they are overreacting. Did I think, is this something, should I say anything? How is my feelings valid?
Another factor, the NIH says even when sexual misconduct by a licensed physician is reported, very few cases are acted upon, leaving victims even more vulnerable.
That healing journey is different for each person. They may not want to go get medical care in the future. They may feel like or prolong accessing medical care because they are worried about their experience.
The topic has been put front and center locally after a Richland doctor and surgeon is under investigation by the Washington Medical Commission after being accused of having inappropriate boundaries and unprofessional conduct, including that of a sexual nature toward his patients. For more than 2 decades, Dr. Mark Mulholland practiced OBGYN in Richland, affiliated with Cadleck Regional Medical Center and its Associated Physicians for Women clinic. Since July, dozens of women have filed civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual misconduct and performing procedures without consent.
He performed a surgery that I had no idea he had done.
According to the statement of charges from the Washington Medical Commission, Dr. Mulholland is accused of commenting about patients' bodies, like body shaming them for being overweight, or making sexual comments about women's body parts, like their breasts and vaginas. Patients say Dr. Mulholland would also comment about their sexual activity at length that didn't relate to a medical purpose. And some patients even accuse him of touching, rubbing, or grabbing them inappropriately. The women involved in these lawsuits say their experiences left lasting trauma, claims that are now part of the civil filings.
I tend to be vigilant, more so now. But I also understand, I've done enough work to understand that this experience isn't isolated.
Attorneys representing the women say these accounts reflect warning signs seen in other states.
I just settled the largest doctor-patient sexual abuse case in Illinois' history against an OBGYN in Chicago. My father lives in Richland, and I graduated from Camican High School. And my dad sent me the article about Mulholland being under investigation by the Washington Medical Board.
Holder and co-counsel Elizabeth Hanley have filed multiple suits arguing the healthcare system failed to protect patients.
When you are giving birth or when you're getting information about one of the most intimate but a very important part of your body, you need to be safe.
It's not just Dr. Mulholland under fire. It's also Cadleck Regional Medical Center. Attorneys for the women say the hospital failed to protect patients, and the State Medical Commission says complaints made about Dr. Mulholland's behavior toward patients and staff were often rationalized, normalized, and minimized, meaning patients say they weren't taken seriously. Cadleck Regional Medical Center declined to comment on the pending litigation, but confirmed Dr. Mulholland is not currently practicing at their clinic. Dr. Mulholland has not been criminally charged. We asked the Richland Police Department if they have an active investigation regarding Dr. Mulholland. They did not provide specific records, but did tell us some records we requested are part of an active investigation. According to a 2016 nationwide investigation by the U.S. National Practitioner Data Bank, found that for the thousands of medical board orders for doctors who were disciplined for having a sex-related offense of a patient since 1999, found more than one-half were still licensed to practice. Furthermore, the same analysis shows that medical boards did not discipline 70% of the physicians who had peer review sanctions or malpractice payments made on their behalf due to sexual misconduct. Advocates say even as these cases move through civil court, there's an urgent need to rebuild trust in healthcare.
They aren't sure where to go. They aren't sure who to talk to, who's safe. A victim service center like SARC is the place that is helpful for them to access services that they need, to help them know what options they have. And if they want to make a complaint to the hospital or medical facility, they could. If they wanted to go to the medical board, they could.
Statewide, Washington now requires written consent for pelvic exams on unconscious patients. Hospitals are also reinforcing chaperone policies and staff training.
I'm not in this for myself. I'm in this to speak up for the women who don't want to come forward, who don't want to speak up, who are afraid to speak up, who did speak up but yet got ignored, who complaints got somehow disappeared. I want to be all those people's voice.
Bottom line, these lawsuits are about more than one doctor. They are about accountability, trust, and making sure patient safety is never just a policy on paper. And SARC says anyone who believes they have experienced sexual misconduct in a medical setting can call their 24-hour confidential hotline. That number is on our website. The lawsuits against Dr. Mulholland are still pending. The Washington Medical Commission has ordered the doctor to restrictions in his practice, as he is not to engage in the practice of medicine with any biologically female patient or those who identify as female, including in a consulting role. Dr. Mulholland's license to practice is currently active. Austin Reed, Apple Valley News Now, investigates.
Thank you, Austin. And we, of course, have this up on our website. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking. And I think that's still fog.
I think it is. And I think
there should be a tree in the back.
One of the big weather stories of the morning if you're headed out the door at 5:19. the fog is going to be sticking around for a little bit.
The fog was intense.
Yeah, it was. Josh can let you know, of course, when it's going to go away, maybe.
After the break.
At Tri-Cities and Walla Walla Floor & Home, our team has been in the Southeast Washington flooring business for 40+ years. You'll find more choices, lower prices, and hometown service.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans. Compare drug coverage. Compare costs. See if you can save. And make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare plans now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Locally owned and operated, Fable has quickly become one of the Tri-Cities' favorite dining destinations for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Now offering breakfast 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. Farm to table, savory to sweet, and everything in between. Fable Craft Bar, your all-day dining destination starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. On the river, north end of Columbia Center Boulevard.
Luke Combs, Lainey Wilson, Zach Top, Ella Langley, Tucker Wetmore, Megan Malone, the CMA Awards.
Hosted by your girl, Lainey Wilson.
Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Good Shepherd Healthcare. Patients first.
If you're seeing this ad, then we've still got inventory that needs to go. Come in now for our most aggressive in-stock pricing of the year and 0% financing. Your dream home starts at Tri-Cities or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
The CMA Awards, live.
Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take a look at Futurecast satellite radar. I want to show you the meteorology behind what's going to happen over the next few days. So we have this cold front right here. That is really going to be the catalyst for these rain chances. And you'll notice that the front, the boundary itself, just going to kind of linger around here as we head into Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday. Now, there's going to be another cold front that's going to loom for Sunday. As this one passes either late on Saturday or early on Sunday, that's when snow levels are going to drop. So eventually that will lead to a little bit of snow at pass level, but for lower elevations after today, those rain chances are going to be pretty minimal. So rain likely for today and tonight. Let's go ahead and show you that with Futurecast radar. It's by 8 this morning, pretty widespread stuff on the map. And then for lunchtime, kind of the same thing, maybe a little bit drier for the Yakima Valley. Then by 5 p.m. looks like another round that's more so going to be focused on the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. Midnight as we're transitioning into Friday, just a few more showers on the map. And then for the rest of the day on Friday, it looks like the bulk of this is going to stay up in the mountains. So lower elevation should stay mostly dry, but we can't rule out a few showers. And that's really going to be the theme for Friday and beyond. So here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting over the next 48 hours. Around 1.5 inches for portions of the Cascades, but the Cascades are, the rest of us are going to be envious because they're going to hog up the bulk of the rainfall. Okay, we'll have these little leftover shower chances from Friday through Wednesday. Here's what it's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. 20% chance for Sunday, 30% chance for Wednesday. Now, long-range models are suggesting that we could have much more active weather towards the end of next week, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Okay, here are the rainfall totals we're expecting from 4 in the morning on Saturday to 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Definitely not much for lower elevations at all. Around a half an inch, if not a little bit more, for the Cascades. And then in terms of the snowfall from 10 p.m. on Saturday to 4 p.m. on Tuesday, folks, we're talking like a couple inches for our passes. Nothing too dangerous. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely Thursday and Thursday night. Dry Friday and Saturday, then little shower chances Sunday and Monday. In Yakima, wet today and tonight. Low-end shower chances Sunday, then watching the potential for a wintry mix next Wednesday. Hey, this is still 7 days out, folks. So in Ellensburg, rain's a pretty good bet today. Leftover showers possible Friday through Sunday, and we'll also see the possibility, key word there, of a wintry mix by the middle of next week. In Hermiston, wet weather today and tonight, then some small shower chances here and there. And then for Walla Walla, rain likely today and tomorrow, then 10 to 40% rain chances Saturday through Wednesday.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, from the Pope's movie picks to Adele's next big role, find out which Hollywood classics topped Pope Leo's favorite films and how Adele is making the leap from the stage to the silver screen. All the details are coming up in your entertainment news.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance to install your new Daikin heating and cooling system. Get our best deal of the season with low monthly payments and special financing. Call today to schedule your free consultation with a Vance system designer.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who is making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
McCurley Mazda thanks everyone who joined the Friends of Disabled Veterans for their letter writing campaign. Together, you and hundreds of students shared messages of hope and reminded our heroes they're not forgotten. McCurley Mazda, proud to stand with those who served. The Dennis Welch Never Forgotten campaign.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Kraken, Jets. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Sad news out of Hollywood this morning. The leader of Jimmy Kimmel's in-house band has died.
Yeah, Cleo Escobedo III was also Kimmel's childhood friend. The two grew up together in Vegas before he became the band leader of Cleto and the Cletones.
His band has been part of Jimmy Kimmel Live since it started in 2003. No word on what led to Escobedo's death. He was 59 years old.
I'm going to be sad when Guillermo goes.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
He's my favorite.
And those band leaders, you know, in those late night shows are always such a key piece.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For the vibes.
Questlove for the Tonight Show.
Yeah, things will change for sure.
Well, in more Hollywood headlines, a singer with a big voice is hitting the big screen.
Yeah, Adele will make her acting debut in the upcoming film Cry to Heaven. In 2024, the Grammy winner said she was ready to take a break from music, wanting to do some other creative things.
Cry to Heaven, directed by Tom Ford, is an adaptation of Anne Rice's 1982 novel. Pre-production is already underway in Rome and London. It's expected to be released next fall.
I love Adele. I love her
She's
so much.
amazing.
Clearly, she is an incredible vocal talent, but she's also just
hilarious.
Legit, yeah.
So funny.
She's so funny.
Everything she says is
in
just
her
hilarious.
interviews and everything. I love her. Yeah.
And speaking of movies, Pope Leo is revealing his all-time favorite films.
The Vatican shared 4 of the Pope's choices ahead of his upcoming meeting with prominent figures in the film industry. The oldest film on the list, It's a Wonderful Life, which came out in 1946. Next, the 1965 classic, oh, thank you, Pope, I love this, The Sound of Music.
Classic.
Leo also chose the 1980 movie Ordinary People, directed by Robert Redford. And last was Life is Beautiful, the 1997 film by Roberto His last name starts with a V.
We call him Roberto B.
Yeah, Roberto B.
The Pope's list of movies will surely be brought up when the Pope welcomes a number of Hollywood stars and executives this Saturday, including Spike Lee and Cate Blanchett. And the Vatican says the Pope wants to deepen the dialogue with movie makers about promoting human values. Cool.
I like it.
Yeah, we like Pope.
We can get down on that, yeah.
I respect all that, but how hilarious would it have been if he was like, yeah, my favorite movie is Napoleon Dynamite.
Or like Dumb and Dumber.
Ace Ventura.
Yes. He'd get mad respect.
I think
so.
Yeah. But he kept it, all
He
those
kept
were
it
very meta about life.
Correct list.
Yeah,
Just diplomatic
exactly.
list.
Yeah.
We want the
real list, Pope Leo. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A small act of kindness making a big difference. Coming up, we're going to look at how volunteers are helping fill more than 200 tables this Thanksgiving.
And it was anything but a typical traffic stop with a dramatic roadside delivery. Coming up, how a Washington trooper helped during one family's unforgettable night. All the details in your next half hour, but first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, new hardware from video game company Valve. The company showed off a living room PC console designed for 4K gaming and a lightweight, self-contained VR headset. They also showed off an updated controller. All 3 devices are due out next year. Apple is letting you store a digital version of your US passport in the Wallet app, and travelers can use it to board domestic flights. The digital ID works on the iPhone or Apple Watch. The service is being implemented at TSA checkpoints in more than 250 airports across the country. Finally, Airbnb is reportedly about to test an option allowing guests to order groceries through Instacart before their stay. Bloomberg says customers will be allowed to place Instacart orders up to 3 weeks ahead of their stay. The 3-month pilot program is set to begin in early January. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Victor Okendo. Have a great day.
I'm a big rock. And while you're down there posing for pictures, I'm seeing the bigger picture from up here. And this little birdie's telling me it's time for this rock to roll. Photo bomb! And if you don't have the right insurance, this could really flatten your savings.
Awesome.
So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
What's up? You seem kind of sluggish today. Things aren't really moving. You could use some Metamucil.
Metamucil psyllium fiber helps keep your digestive system moving so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil keeps you moving. And try Clear Fiber with no grit and no flavor.
Meet my bestie. National University supports all her Anns. With flexible online courses, she can be a student and an adventurer. She's an Ander. National University, supporting all your Anns.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
I have not looked up what today is. Today is your birthday.
Hey, you know what? Don't look up a date.
Today is Thursday, November 13th.
It's your birthday.
And it's your birthday. That is the national day to celebrate today.
We'll talk about it for the next 20 to 30 seconds.
The big 3-2. Let's flip it and make it a 23. It's my 21st birthday, guys.
Again.
Well, if no one likes you when you're 23, does everyone love you when you're 32?
There we go.
Yeah, that's how it should be. People don't like you when you're 23. Is it a song?
Yeah, Blink-182.
Blink-182.
Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Oh, right. But now they do.
But no one liked me when I was 23.
Oh, no, that's not true. We knew you.
Just a couple years ago?
Just a few years ago. Lots changed in the last few years.
Gosh, well, good for you. All right, get us out the door. We are seeing quite a bit of fog this morning.
Crazy fog.
Dense fog, and then some rain is going to come to like salvage that situation, but that's going to like put a damper on other parts of the forecast, right? Let's go ahead and talk about those big weather stories. Fog this morning for the basin and for the foothills. We have dense fog advisories running until 10 a.m. And then, again, rain likely for today. Small shower chances going to linger after that. And then wind gusts picking up for today, for tonight, and for tomorrow as well. So First Alert Radar showing you some very light rain right now making its way through the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, also up in the Cascades. Looking mostly dry this morning for the basin, for the foothills, and for the blues. Fog is very thick this morning in the foothills and for the basin, so places like Connell, Mesa, the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, Adena, Milton Freewater, seeing some very thick fog. Visibility is down to 1/4 of a statute mile. Take it slow and use the low beams out on the roadways. Temperatures this morning mostly in the 30s and 40s. We are seeing some 40s and 50s up in the Blue Mountains thanks to that temperature inversion. Here is your umbrella cast for this Thursday for the Tri-Cities, just bouncing back and forth between 10 to 20% shower chances all throughout the day. So for this Thursday, most of us in the 50s, it's going to be a gloomy day, and again, a very gloomy start. I'll show you when the fog is expected to lift coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Josh. We begin this half hour of news with local living. Imagine rushing to the hospital when suddenly a surprise visitor decides to make their grand entrance right on the side of a busy highway.
Oh, boy.
I feel like this is a reoccurring topic we've had the last couple of months, because this is what happened to a family in Pasco. A baby was born in an unexpected place.
That's right. And Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia takes us to the heart of a rare and heartwarming story. A mother and father caught in an extraordinary moment welcoming their newborn beside a bustling intersection.
It was just past 11 p.m. Tuesday when troopers were alerted to an urgent situation at Highway 395 and Sagemore Road. State Trooper Daniel Mosqueda shares that a husband and his pregnant wife were on their way to the hospital, but the baby couldn't wait.
By the time our trooper showed up from the office, it was pretty much a done deal. I believe it was the father who ended up delivering the baby, and then the medic showed up, and it was a healthy baby. There was nothing out of the ordinary other than the fact that they didn't make it to the hospital.
Mosqueda reminds us all that moments like these call for extra caution on the roads. When you see a vehicle pulled over, give it room.
You never know what's going on, and if you can provide that lane of space, it will make everybody safer.
If you ever find yourself in a similar fast-moving and unusual situation, Trooper Mosqueda has some advice.
In circumstances like this, if you can, please try to take the next exit so you're not on the shoulder of the state route or highway or a busy roadway. But we also understand sometimes you can't. I mean, it's baby's coming, the baby's coming, right? You can't stop that.
And one more crucial tip: always have 911 on the line. Keep them informed about your location and the situation to ensure help arrives swiftly. Reporting from Pasco, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
And everyone is safe and sound. Mom and baby doing well.
And Trooper Mosqueda credits Franklin County Public Hospital, District Number 1, and dispatchers at CCOM, along with Franklin County Sheriff's Office, for their quick and compassionate assistance.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Exactly. All right, 5:38, and making a difference now. One local organization is making sure hundreds of families have a complete holiday meal. Each year, Lutheran Community Services Northwest puts together Thanksgiving dinner baskets with all the fixings, and this is for families receiving support through their mental and behavioral health programs. Along with dozens of volunteers, LCSNW expects to provide more than 200 complete holiday meals this year.
We want to make sure that not only do they get what they need for Thanksgiving, for the holiday, but also we know food insecurities are high right now, and so we want to make sure that they get extra so they have enough to last for the whole weekend.
Staff and volunteers will pack the baskets on November 23rd and distribute them the next day, bringing a little extra holiday cheer to more than 200 local families. And keep it here, because coming up next, the Kraken's alternate captain ends a scoring drought. We'll break down how Seattle's top lines are shaping up early in the season. Talking sports right after the break.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Friday night. We didn't know when and where he was going to strike again.
Police are looking for a Caucasian male in his early 30s.
He can strike at any time.
It was crazy.
His bedroom was similar to 50 Shades of Grey. 2020, Friday night on ABC.
You know, there's no substitute for hands-on experience. Over the years, I've probably turned and read every one of these pages. This may just look like a pile of papers waiting to be shredded, but to you and your loved ones, it represents a wealth of trusted experience.
This message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Welcome to KVH Orthopedics, now in our newly renovated space that's modern and welcoming, with appointments available when you need them. Our state-of-the-art facility and advanced technology provide expert diagnostic and surgical care. Our team is with you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you love. Experience the next level of orthopedic care at KVH. Schedule your appointment today. Kittitas Valley Healthcare, your home for health.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Attention viewers, Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Sunday at 10 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, November 23rd at 9 a.m.
Luke Combs, Lainey Wilson, Zach Top, Ella Langley, Tucker Wetmore, Megan Maroon, the CMA Awards.
Hosted by your girl, Lainey Wilson.
Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Good Shepherd Healthcare. Patients first.
You know, there's no substitute for hands-on experience. Over the years, I've probably turned and read every one of these pages. This may just look like a pile of papers waiting to be shredded, but to you and your loved ones, it represents a wealth of trusted experience.
This message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Last night was a very big night for Mel. And now, this morning on GMA, it's the Golden Bachelor himself in an all-new interview. What does he have to say now? What will he reveal? This morning on
Good Morning America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Very dense fog this morning in the basin and in the foothills. That's going to last until 10 this morning. So let's go ahead and show you that with Futurecast fog. You see this area is just going to contract and contract and contract. And by 10 a.m., we're thinking it's out of Walla Walla. It's out of the Tri-Cities. It's out of Connell for the most part. Maybe just a few last gasps up towards Connell and Hanford. But we're thinking around lunchtime, pretty much all that should be off the map. Okay. Now, something that is going to be on the map for today, tonight, and for tomorrow, gusts anywhere between 20 to 35 miles per hour. You can see more about the wind gusts online at applevalleynewsnow.com. I'll have a lot more to say about that in the next half hour. Now on to temperatures, as they are going to trend cooler for Tuesday and beyond, as we'll be down into the 40s. Now for today, we'll have 50s and 60s, low to mid 50s for the valleys and for the basin, and low to mid 60s for the foothills, as those winds are going to be out of the south, so that air sinks down the mountains, it compresses. That's known as compressional warming. That's why the foothills are going to be warmer compared to the rest of us. So here's what the 7-day temperature trend is going to look like in the Tri-Cities. Getting into the low 60s for Friday and Saturday, but you see just kind of stepping it all the way down into the mid 40s by the middle of next week. And as high temperatures go down, low temperatures go down as well, down into the 20s and 30s for Monday night and beyond. Now for tonight, we'll have 30s and 40s. And again, the warmest temperature is going to be in the Blue Foothills because of the same thing, wind gusts out of the south. But eventually we'll really cool things off into Monday night and beyond that. So other than that, rain looking likely for today and tonight. I'll time it all out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much. Talking sports now at 5:44. Veteran leader and alternate captain Jaden Schwartz is back on the score sheet for the Seattle Kraken.
After a 6-game scoring drought, he snapped the streak Sunday with the clutch goal against Dallas, continuing to drive the Kraken's top 6 offense.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable shares why the Kraken rely on the leadership of Jaden Schwartz.
The Kraken Player Profile, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
He's one of the veteran leaders for the Seattle Kraken, and last game, he got back on the score sheet. This is Jaden Schwartz. The alternate captain snapped a 6-game goal drought Sunday with this first period tally against the Dallas Stars. It's the 5th goal of the season for Schwartz, who now has 11 points through 15 games. The Canadian forward is a critical piece of the Kraken offense, skating on the top 6 line alongside Matty Beniers and Capo Caco. Schwartz is still on pace to score over 20 goals for the Kraken this season. As the Kraken look to build on last year's success, they'll rely heavily on the leadership and the scoring punch of number 17, Jaden Schwartz. Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And Jaden and the Kraken take on the Winnipeg Jets tonight at 7 right here on Apple Valley News Now.
And by default, I was a Dallas Stars fan, but maybe I'm switching.
Maybe you're a Kraken fan now.
Yeah, go Sports, right?
See, there you go.
Release the Kraken.
So much far ahead here. Good morning, Northwest. Coming up after the break, your morning sprint. Everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. Giving you a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. We are starting off with a little bit of fog around the region. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will be back after the break with your full first alert forecast. Let you know when that fog is going to lift and when the rain's going to move in.
From creating memories to finding the perfect gift, Steel can help make the holidays even easier. Check off more of your wish list when you get an extra battery with select Steel battery sets. Happy holidays from Steel.
We're forging the future of the city of Pasco, and we need your voice. The city is updating our comprehensive plan, which covers everything from housing and transportation to utilities and parks. This document showcases the vision of what we want Pasco to be in 2046 and beyond. Tell us about the type of businesses you'd like to see, the types of parks you'd like to visit, and the type of neighborhood you want to live in. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit pasco-wa.gov/comp plan and become part of the future.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Locally owned and operated, Fable has quickly become one of the Tri-Cities' favorite dining destinations for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Now offering breakfast 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. Farm to table, savory to sweet, and everything in between. Fable Craft Bar, your all-day dining destination starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. On the river, north end of Columbia Center Boulevard.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Stacy Lee. First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's Futurecast satellite and radar. This is the storm system that is approaching us. This is a cold front, and so this is why rain chance is going to go way up, not only for higher elevations, but for lower elevations as well. But then this temperature boundary just going to kind of linger around here for the next few days after that. So that'll mean more rain and snow chances, mostly rain chances for the mountains, but lower elevations could see a few showers, nothing significant. But here comes that next little blast into late Saturday, early Sunday. The cold front associated with this will drop down snow levels, so snow chances will go up, at least for pass level. So rain is going to be like all that to say. Rain is going to be likely for today and tonight. Let's put that into motion with Futurecast radar. 8 this morning, widespread stuff. 12 p.m. maybe looking a little bit drier for the Yakima Valley. And then another wave that's more so centered on the Blue Mountains and the Blue Foothills for this evening. Then into Friday, little shower chance is going to persist for lower elevations. Rain looking much more likely up in the Cascades, but it's not going to be, rain chances won't be zero for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills, but it's definitely going to be drier in comparison to Thursday. So here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting over the next 48 hours. The Cascades are going to be rude. They're going to take up pretty much everything to the east of there. We'll have a hard time making it to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. Then those little leftover shower chances from Friday through Wednesday. Here's what that's going to look like in the Tri-Cities. Keeping it dry during the days for Friday and Saturday. Then a little 10% shower chances Sunday and Monday. Dry again for Tuesday. And long-range models are indicating that we could have much more active weather towards the end of next week. We will talk about that next week. All right, here's some of the rainfall totals that we could see during that little leftover shower phase. You see not much for lower elevations, but around 1/2 inch up in the Cascades, much less for that for the Blues. And then in terms of snowfall, 10 p.m. on Saturday to 4 p.m. on Tuesday, that'd be the best time frame for snow. But folks, we're only talking about a couple inches for a Cascade and Blue Mountain passes. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely Thursday and Thursday night, dry Friday and Saturday, then little shower chances Sunday and Monday. In Yakima, wet today and tonight, low and shower chances Sunday. Then watching the potential for a wintry mix next Wednesday. This is still 7 days out. In Ellensburg, rain's a pretty good bet today. Leftover showers Friday through Sunday. We'll also see the possibility, key word there, of a wintry mix by the middle of next week. In Hermiston, wet weather today and tonight, then some small shower chances here and there. And then for Walla Walla, rain likely today and tomorrow, then 10 to 40% rain chances Saturday through Wednesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:51. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Started in Benton County, where deputies say a car driving without tires led them on a chase near I-182 in Queensgate. This was the scene Monday night. They confirmed that the people inside that car were linked to earlier thefts, and so deputies tried to stop the car, but when it sped off, they used a pit maneuver to end that pursuit. Luckily, no injuries reported. 3 suspects in that car arrested without any further incident.
In the trial of Joshua Davis, who's accused of killing a Pasco school bus driver back in 2021, continued yesterday in Franklin County. Prosecutors called multiple witnesses, including a parent who recorded video at the scene, the lead detective who got key evidence from Davis's home, and also a doctor who evaluated Davis's mental health state. And the trial is expected to resume this morning as the state continues to build its case.
Governor Bob Ferguson announced a $1 billion commitment from the Ballmer Group to expand Washington's early childhood education and assistance program. The funding could add up to 10,000 new preschool seats over the next decade for low-income children ages 3 to 4. Officials say it's a crucial step towards ensuring access to quality early learning while maintaining existing state-funded programs. Enrollment for the first new students could begin as early as next year.
And just after 11 p.m. on Tuesday, state troopers were called to Highway 395 and Sagemore Road. And this was for a couple on their way to the hospital that ended up delivering their baby right there on the side of the road. Troopers say the father helped before medics arrived and were told both mom and baby are doing great. Authorities are reminding drivers to give extra space when they see a car pulled over and to always call 911 for guidance during emergencies like this one.
And the city of Pasco is partnering with the Columbia Basin Veterans Center to host Wreaths Across America this December. Volunteers will place wreaths on veterans' graves at Sunset Garden Cemetery. It's a tradition that brings families and community together to honor service and sacrifice. Organizers say that their goal is to ensure every veteran's resting place is marked with a wreath. The event will take place December 13th at 9 a.m. and sponsorship information is available up on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Turning now to your national headlines this morning, President Trump signed a funding package that ends the longest federal government shutdown in history. His signature came late last night, hours after the House voted to approve the measure. It keeps the government running through January and funds some key agencies through 2026. Money will soon start flowing to government workers and those who rely on food assistance. Federal employees who were furloughed during the 43-day long standoff will also go back to work today.
In your business headlines at 5:54, Apple has unveiled a limited edition pocket case for iPhones called iPhone Pocket. The company's late namesake designed the late Apple CEO Steve Jobs' signature black turtlenecks. There is a long strap version of the case which sells for $230 and it comes in 3 colors. It can be worn like a crossbody. A short version of the Pocket that fits on your wrist or attached to a bag goes for $150 and offered in 8 colors. The cases are designed to fit any iPhone model.
Or get it on Amazon for $10.
Yeah, it's like a little iPhone sweater.
Yeah. Turning now to your health headlines. Across the globe, high blood pressure in children has nearly doubled over the past 2 decades. A new study found that back in 2000, rates of hypertension in boys and girls hovered around 3%. But by 2020, those numbers had risen to around 6%. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States. And experts say dietary factors in children, such as consuming high levels of sodium and ultra-processed food, can contribute to their hypertension risk, along with the sedentary lifestyle.
5:55, talking sports. Former NFL star Antonio Brown appearing in a South Florida courtroom just yesterday, facing an attempted murder charge. The charge stems from an incident at a boxing match back in May. Investigators say Brown fired a shot that the victim claims grazed him in the neck. Brown's attorney said his client acted in self-defense. A warrant was issued for Brown's arrest in June. Last week, he was taken into custody in Dubai and brought back to the States. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges.
Trending now this morning, it's official. The penny is suffering the same fate as the dodo bird and the 8-track player.
After 238 years, the U.S. is minting its last 1-cent coin. Earlier this year, President Trump announcing that he ordered the nation to stop making the penny, saying that each one costs nearly 4 cents to create. Other coins, including the nickel, dime, and quarter, will remain in circulation.
Though the penny already seems obsolete, to some consumers, its removal is causing problems for some merchants who will now have to round prices either up or down.
So long, penny. And what I also heard about this last round of pennies being minted is they're not going to go into circulation. They're being marked with something different than the regular penny, and they're going to go up for auction.
Oh.
For all those coin collectors out there.
Very cool. We used to have the big map with all the little spaces, and you could put all the quarters in there for all 50 states.
Oh, yeah. Those are fun.
That was a lot of fun. But now we can't say penny for your thoughts anymore. We got to,
Or what was
nickel,
it? A penny saved is a penny earned?
Yeah.
A nickel for your thoughts, and it makes sense with inflation and these tariffs.
In this economy. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It was anything but a typical traffic stop when expecting parents were forced to pull over after their baby said it's time. Not waiting any longer. Coming up, we have more on the Washington trooper that helped one family during this unforgettable night.
And speaking of new parents, we'll tell you how a set of tiny footprints led rangers to a newborn rhino calf and why this birth marks a big step for conservation. All those details in our 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, it's clearing up a little bit, but
Is it?
that fog is
it clearing up a little bit?
Well, it's not like dark like it was last time.
No, you'll be able to see a little bit more by 10 a.m. That's when the fog's going to lift, but rain looking likely for today, and then just some shower chances kind of sticking around. So lots to talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.